Fight fans, what is going on? It has been a minute since I talked to you all. I miss talking to you all. I miss talking boxing. I've actually missed a few fights for one reason or another. I haven't caught a lot of the last few fights over the last month, and when I have called them, it's usually a little bit too late. So as a lot of you know, I like to do a video, I would say within 24 hours of a fight. Usually when it's past that, I don't. So getting it out the way, is good to be back. We're going to start with the blonde bomber, Ebanie Bridges, taking on Shannon O'Connell. Like a lot of you, I picked Bridges to win this fight. I thought it would be by decision, but she actually wins by TKO. Let's start with the pros and the cons. Let's start with Ebanie. The pros would be, I love the upstairs downstairs action. She threw a lot of good jabs upstairs. She threw a lot of right hands to the body, left hooks to the body, uppercuts to the body. She had a good quick right hand inside, and her best shot was that straight right hand, and she also had very good head movement. The cons for Ebanie would be, she was walking Shannon down. Now, while that may sound like a good thing, when she was walking her down, she was actually smothering her own work a lot of times. I would have liked to seen her take a step back and actually add some power on to those shots. And I didn't like the fact that sometimes she got a little left-right happy, where she was swinging so much that she was getting caught with shots herself, even though it didn't really appear that the shots were hurting her. Let's move on to Shannon O'Connell. The pros would be, she tried to stand tall and use her height, because you could tell she's considerably taller than Ebanie. I thought she did a good job trying to counter, trying to throw in between when Ebanie was throwing, but let's get to the cons. The first con would be that she fell into the trap. She let Ebanie dictate the pace from the first. I'm talking about from the second the first round started. Ebanie came out with a jab and then a right to the body, and it was just pressure from that point on. She fell into the trap of fighting her fight. Another thing is that she looked like she was tired early. I'm going to say after the third round, even though she hung in there and she swung back, she seemed like she didn't really have a lot of juice, like she was almost burned out, or almost as if she was just ready for the fight to be over. I didn't like the fact that she was getting pinned against the ropes. She was, she was allowing herself to have an elbow, put it on the side of her face, getting roughed up in there. I thought that she could have did a lot of better things. I thought she could use her height and maybe use some footwork to maybe keep this sort of woman at bay. Let's get to the fight. The fight was pretty much action from the first round until Harold Foster stopped the fight. It was just all Ebanie Bridges, to be honest. She got hit with, I'm going to say, maybe one or two shots, but I don't think she was hurting the fight. I think she knew that. I think that's why she kept the pressure on. A lot of fighters do that. They keep the pressure on a fighter when they know that that fighter can't hurt them. For a while, she kind of went away from the straight right hand and was throwing more of a looping, or more of like a hook right hand, but then she got back to that straight right hand that actually stood O'Connell up tall, and then she hit her with 4 just clean shots in that last round. And Harold Foster, he did a good job. I thought it was a great stoppage, and that was pretty much it. So now she moves on from there. Now, I'm going to be honest. They named 2 people that she could fight. The only one I know is Shannon Courtney. I do think that she needs that rematch, because that's the only fighter who beat her. And I thought that she beat her. I thought, when I say Shannon Courtney beat her convincingly, I don't mean like a shutout, but I mean, I think that she beat her convincingly. And I think that she needs to rematch her and right that wrong. And they actually said someone else who she could fight. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the young lady's name, but we'll see what happens. Well, fight fans, what did you think? Who did you pick? Did you pick Bridges? Did you pick O'Connell? And what do you want to see Ebanie do next? Do you want to maybe see her with the Shannon Courtney rematch, or do you maybe want to see her with someone else? And I'm going to tell you something, one more thing before I go. She reminds me a lot of Mike Tyson. This woman definitely knows how to sell a fight, just like Mike did back in his prime. Nobody can sell a fight like Mike with his crazy, out of this world antics. Other than that, fight fans, that's all I got. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can keep talking boxing. That's all I got. Holla at y'all later.